me, follow me.
Wait.
I need toilet. Don't worry, brother. I got it. Don't worry. I'm the manager. My name is Vitaly. McDonald. Ron McDonald is me. The manager told me to cook. Don't worry. I'm cooking. I'm making a meal. Okay, we're out. That's it. I'll pay. Sir, how are you? He's order.
This dude Vitaly went from pulling wild pranks, faking robberies, creeping out random women, even trying to snatch a security guard's weapon, to now sitting in a grimy Filipino jail, crying for help like it's a scene out of a bad movie. And things just took a turn for the absolute worst. His potential prison sentence, it's not months. We're talking decades. Word is, by the time he walks out, if he walks out, he's gonna need a cane, maybe even a wheelchair. His body worn out, his mind shattered. His legal situation, straight up hopeless. This ain't some clout-chasing influencer jail moment. It's real-time life destruction, and nobody's pulling strings to get him out. He could be locked up until 2045. And what's Russia or the US doing about it? Absolutely nothing. Both governments looked at him and basically said, never heard of him. No backup, no fancy lawyers, no high-powered PR team, no magic legal loopholes. He's all alone. Just him and a whole lot of regret. So how did it go so wrong? Let's roll it back to April 2025. Vitaly, desperate to revive his flop streaming career, decides to go global. And where does he end up? The Philippines? Sounds like a peaceful getaway, right? Sun, sand, maybe some street food? Nope. This man basically turned his vacation into a live stream criminal saga.
Follow me. I need toilet. Don't worry. I'm the manager. My name is Vitaly McDonald. Ron McDonald is me. Okay, we're out. That's it. Sir, how are you? He's order.
Vitaly kicked off his chaos tour by straight up harassing locals, mocking folks for wearing masks like we're not living in a post-pandemic world. He was literally yelling, "'Cause you got a COVID mask, you liberal," on stream like that's supposed to be funny.
Excuse me, madam. I'm gonna f***ing rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money.
Then it gets even wilder. He stages a fake robbery on a woman while live streaming. And no joke, he actually said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money." What was that supposed to be? A punchline? A collab with Interpol? Whatever he thought it was, the internet didn't find it funny. His clips went viral, but not in the LOL way. More like, who let this unhinged menace into the country kind of way. By April 3rd, it was game over. The Philippine authorities had seen enough. The Bureau of Immigration straight up labeled him an undesirable alien.
Trial, which is expected to take 2 to 3 years to get to the trial, at which point he will be sentenced. The expectation is at least a couple years. Now, some people have said it could be up to 31 years. I don't think that's going to be the case. I, in fact, think that it'll be a smaller amount of time, a lesser amount of time. However, I think it will be a significant amount of time. I don't think it's going to be, 6 months. I think a year, 2 years, 3 years would be enough, particularly since he was pending, 2 years in jail and another year or two. I think that would be sufficient, but we'll see what he ultimately gets.
And locked him up in a detention facility. No more clout chasing. Now he's got cockroaches for cellmates and cold rice for dinner. And if you're thinking it's just one prank gone too far, think again. This man's legal mess is stacked. He's facing charges like it's an all-you-can-violate-the-law buffet. So far, 3 counts of unjust vexation, which is the legal way of saying stop being a public menace. Then there's attempted theft, cybercrime violations, and breaking the anti-voyeurism laws. And the cherry on top? He allegedly tried to snatch a security guard's gun. This ain't influencer drama anymore. This is full-blown courtroom chaos. Even prosecutors are saying there's a reasonable certainty of conviction. Translation, they've got footage, live stream receipts, and witnesses. And if those extra charges get added to the case, Vitaly's sentence could go from bad to nightmare level real quick. Now here's where things spiral into full-on tragic comedy. Dude actually wrote a handwritten apology letter to Secretary John Vick, basically crying on paper like, "I'm sorry, I've changed. I'm reading the Bible. Please let me go." Bro, this ain't Sunday school, it's a detention center. And Secretary Remula, he read that letter, gave it a blink and a half, and moved right along with the prosecution. Zero sympathy. That apology landed in the trash faster than one of Vitaly's tired old prank videos.
Is sorry and asking for forgiveness. Remula doesn't want to let pass the actions of Vitaly. They said, no, we're going forward with it.
But it doesn't stop there. It gets dumber. Word is, his legal team allegedly tried to bribe the very same security guards he harassed on camera. Like, hey, sorry I fake robbed you in front of the whole internet. Here's $5 grand and a Gatorade. Can we forget it ever happened? Spoiler alert, the guards weren't having it. They shut that offer down immediately and reported the attempt. Because one thing you're not gonna do, buy off Filipinos with some influencer change and expect them to throw away their pride. That's not how it works. And of course, like clockwork, once the pressure hit, Vitaly did what every fallen internet celeb does. He pulled the mental health card. Suddenly his team starts pushing the image of a broken man, crying daily, detoxing, reading scripture like a monk in a cell. Overnight, he went from prank king to prison preacher. And listen, mental health is serious, but when you spend years treating real people like props for clout, then turn around and play victim the moment karma shows up, that hits different. You can't fake rob women on stream, mock strangers, and then expect folks to see you as some misunderstood soul. Sources inside the detention center say he's been having scary breakdowns. Might be withdrawals, maybe from roids, maybe something else. One thing's for sure, the jacked up gym bro look is gone. Usually when you get locked up in a foreign country, your home country steps in. Embassy check-ins, a lawyer call, maybe a polite, hey, behave from some diplomat. But in Vitaly's case, crickets. Russia looked at the situation and said, that's on you, bro. The Russian ambassador straight up went public and said Vitaly needs to respect local laws, basically disowning him in front of the whole world. They were like, don't let this fool ruin tourism for the rest of us. And the US? Total silence. Not even a bland, we're monitoring the situation. Nothing. And honestly, fair enough. Vitaly flew to another country, broke laws on camera, and now he's crying because real consequences finally showed up. This ain't injustice. It's just a dumb decision catching up with him. Of course, some of his die-hard fans tried to help out. Sending food like this was DoorDash, jail edition. But the authorities shut that down fast. No outside meals allowed. Why? Because this ain't a content house. It's a detention center, not a Mr. Beast-style survive jail for 30 days challenge. There were even whispers that he was sneaking in secret food drops, but officials confirmed, nope, he's eating whatever bland jail slop they serve, and judging by how fast he's wasting away, it definitely ain't five-star cuisine. Now, his legal team is trying everything. Their latest angle, the full-blown redemption arc. They're leaning hard into the he found faith narrative, reminding everyone that the Philippines is a Christian country and saying Vitaly deserves mercy because he's seen the light. Vitaly's rap sheet is longer than his YouTube uploads. This man's done it all. Stormed FIFA fields, caught assault charges, scaled ancient pyramids like it's a jungle gym, and pulled off fake terrorist pranks like that's something to joke about. And don't forget the time he violently attacked a female jogger in Miami after tripping on shrooms. This ain't bad luck. This is straight up unhinged behavior. So now the big question, what's next for him? Is there a chance he walks out and hits us with a dramatic How I Survived Filipino Jail vlog, flipping the script into a redemption arc? Technically, yeah, it could happen. But realistically, that jail door is sealed tighter than the comment section on his Instagram. Let's break it down. In the Philippines, foreign nationals don't automatically get bail. That's not a guess, that's law. Bail over there is a privilege, not a right, and especially not for tourists labeled as undesirable aliens after causing international embarrassment. Judges in the Philippines don't just hand out bail like candy. They look at 5 specific things: immigration status, ties to the community, physical and mental state, flight risk, threat to public safety. So yeah, legally and logically, there's no strong case for letting him out. Let's be real, this man faked a robbery on camera and tried to snatch a guard's gun. So yeah, he's a walking flight risk. He's rich, reckless, and clearly sees jail as just another live stream stunt. You think he's gonna sit around and wait for court? Please, he's the definition of don't let this man out. And even if, by some wild twist, Vitaly actually scored bail, what do you think he'd do? Best case for him, he vanishes on the next private jet and reappears in Dubai, blending into the influencer jungle like nothing ever happened, streaming from some rooftop pool like jail? Never heard of it. Worst case for the Philippines, He turns this whole saga into a joke, mocks the justice system, posts viral clips, and inspires a whole new wave of chaotic streamers to treat Southeast Asia like it's a real-life GTA server. That's the nightmare scenario officials are desperate to shut down before it even starts. Now, technically, there is one last route, a presidential pardon. But don't get too excited. That would have to come straight from the president of the Philippines, and those kinds of pardons are usually saved for people facing real humanitarian emergencies, not prank bros with more arrests than apologies. Plus, let's not forget, nobody even wants him back. Russia already dropped him like a hot potato. The ambassador didn't sugarcoat it. He literally told the press that Russian citizens must follow local laws. That's diplomat speak for, he ain't our problem anymore. And the US? They've ghosted him harder than your worst breakup. Not even a basic, we're aware of the situation. Dead silence. Why? Because Vitaly didn't just embarrass himself. He embarrassed both countries in front of the whole world. Now he's stuck in legal limbo. Too wild to release, too toxic to deport, and not important enough for anyone to lift a finger. At this point, Vitaly is basically the human version of that group chat no one wants back in. Muted, archived, and completely forgotten. And honestly, the only thing more pitiful than his legal defense is his fan base scrambling to make number-free Vitaly trend on platforms that barely even remember who he is. Bottom line, unless some divine miracle drops out of the sky or a legal Hail Mary shows up, Vitaly's not going anywhere. No bail, no jet, no freedom, just sad piano vibes, one rusty bunk, a sweaty cell, and way too much time to think about how his prank career finally pranked him back. Now, let's break down what day-to-day life looks like for Vitaly right now. Spoiler, it ain't some cozy rehab arc. It's more like Lost final season vibes. He's stuck in Camp Bagong Diwa, a detention facility that holds everybody from visa violators to actual terrorists. This isn't influencer jail with protein shakes and a ring light. It's a windowless box, jammed with 50 other dudes, one shared toilet, and zero privacy. Ain't no Xbox, no bunk buddy who used to edit for Mr. Beast. None of that fantasy. Just heat, body odor, and the hum of pure regret. There's no air conditioning, no gym, no cameras, just Vitaly, sweating through his clothes like it's hot yoga in purgatory. He's reportedly sleeping shoulder to shoulder with complete strangers, packed in like sardines. Literal sardines, by the way. That's what they're feeding him 3 times a day. And without his phone, without a live stream, without even followers to perform for, he's finally facing the thing he's been dodging for years. Real-life consequences. And don't forget, Filipino courts move slow, like broken ankle on a gravel road slow. His trial might not even start for another 2 to 3 years. That's just to get in front of a judge. Sentencing? That's a whole different timeline. So for now, Vitaly's just marinating in legal purgatory, sweating, waiting, hoping, while the rest of the world watches it all unfold like a live episode of How Not to Be Famous. The wildest part of this whole saga? It's poetic justice. The prankster who spent years mocking people for attention is now the punchline in an international legal drama. He made fun of folks wearing masks. Now he's baking in a 97-degree cell, sweating beside a broken fan. He used to chase clout nonstop. Now he's being hunted by prosecutors. And even if he walks out someday, the fallout's already scorched everything. His rep destroyed, his fans gone, his platforms either ghosting or shadow banning him. He went from trending to forgotten. The internet isn't rallying for him. They're watching this collapse in full HD, snacks in hand, shaking their heads. Vitaly thought he was untouchable. Now, he's just another cautionary tale. Another streamer who flew too close to the algorithm and got burned to a crisp. So yeah, Vitaly's sitting in that cell, broken, ghosted by 2 countries, and staring down years of legal chaos. He tried everything. Fake apologies, sudden Bible studies, shady bribery, but nothing stuck. Because when your whole brand is built on disrespecting people for laughs, eventually the world says, enough is enough. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and smash that subscribe button for more breakdowns like this one.